Alice's Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant, it's just the name of the song. That's why I call the song Alice's Restaurant. Well, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Just to walk right in, it's around the back. Just to half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Now this all started about 50 Thanksgivings ago. That's 50 years ago on Thanksgiving when my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice doesn't live in the restaurant. She lives in the church nearby the restaurant with her husband Ray, Fox the dog, and living in the bell tower like that. They got a lot of room downstairs where the pews used to be in. And having all that room, seeing as how they took out all the pews, they decided they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. Well, we got up there and we seen all the garbage and decided that it'd be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the city dump. So we took the half a ton of garbage, loaded it up in the back of a red VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction and headed on towards the city dump. Well, we got there and there was a big sign chained across the dump saying closed on Thanksgiving. And we had never heard of a dump closed on Thanksgiving before, and with tears in our eyes we drove off into the sunset looking for another place to put the garbage. We didn't find one. Until we came to a side road, and off the side of the side road there was another 15-foot cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff there was another pile of garbage. We decided that one big pile was better than two little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. And that's what we did. Went back to the church, had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, and went to sleep and didn't get up until the next morning. And we got a phone call from Officer Obi. Said, "Kid, found your name on the envelope at the bottom of a half a ton of garbage, and we just wondered if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Obi, sir, cannot tell a lie." I put that envelope under that garbage. After speaking for about 45 minutes on the telephone, we finally arrived at the truth of the matter, which was that we had to go down and pick up the garbage, and also had to go down and speak to him at the police officer station. So we got the red VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, and headed on towards the police officer station. Now, friends, there was only one of two things that Obi could have done at the police station, and the first one was that he could have given us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone. That wasn't very likely, and we didn't expect it. And the other thing was that he could have bawled us out and told us never to be seen driving garbage around the vicinity again. That's what we expected. But when we got to the police officer station, there was a third possibility that we hadn't even counted upon. And we was both immediately arrested, handcuffed. And I said, "Obi, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." He said, "Shut up, kid. Sit in the back of the patrol car," and that's what we did. Sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to the quote scene of the crime. Now I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this happened here. They got one stop sign, 3 police officers, and 1 police car. But when we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers and 3 police cars, being the biggest crime in the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in a newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of cop equipment that they had hanging around the police officer station. And they was taking plaster tire tracks, footprints, dog-smelling prints. And they took 27 colored glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the wall explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. They took pictures of the approach, the getaway, the northwest corner, the southwest corner, and that's not to mention the aerial photography. After the ordeal, we went back to the jail. Obi said he was going to put us in the cell. I said, "Kid, I'm going to put you in the cell. I want your wallet and your belt." I said, Obie, I can understand you want my wallet so I don't have any money to spend in the cell, but what do you want my belt for? And he said, kid, we don't want any hangings. I said, Obie, do you think I was going to hang myself for littering? He said he was just making sure, and friends Obie was, because he took out the toilet seat so I couldn't hit myself over the head and drown. And he took out the toilet paper so I couldn't bend the bar, slide down the roll, and have an escape. He was just making sure. And it was about 4 or 5 hours later that Alice, remember Alice? There's a song about Alice. Alice came by with a few nasty words, so Obie on the side, bailed us out of jail. We went back to the church, had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beaten, didn't get up until the next morning when we all had to go to court. Walked in, sat down. Obie walked in with the 27 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one. Sat down. A man came in, said, all rise, and we all stood up, and Obie stood up with the 27 color glossy pictures, and the judge walked in and sat down with the seeing eye dog. And he sat down. We sat down. Obie looked at the seeing eye dog. And then at the 27 color glossy photographs with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and looked at the seeing eye dog. And then at the 27 color glossy pictures and began to cry because Obie came to the realization that it was a typical case of American blind injustice and there was nothing he could do about it. And the judge was not going to look at the 27 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. And we was fined $50 and had to pick up the garbage in the snow, but that is not what I came to tell you about. Came to talk about the draft. They got this building down in New York City, it's called Whitehall Street, where you walk in, you get injected, inspected, infected, detected, neglected, and finally selected. Went in to get my physical examination one day, got good and drunk the night before, so I looked and felt my best when I went in that morning. And then I wanted to look like the all-American kid from New York City. And I wanted to feel like, shit, I wanted to be the all-American kid from New York City, and I walked in, sat down, I was hung down, burned down, hung up, and all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things. And I walked in, sat down, they gave me a piece of paper, said, see the psychiatrist, room 604, and I went up there and I said, shrink, I want to kill. I want to kill. Blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. Kill, kill, kill. And I started jumping up and down, yelling, kill, kill. And he started jumping up and down with me, and we were both jumping up and down, yelling, kill, kill. Until the sergeant came over and he pinned a medal on me, sent me down the hall and said, you're our boy. Didn't feel too good about it. And I proceeded on down the hall, getting more injections, detections, neglections, and all kinds of stuff that they was doing to me at the thing there. And I was there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I was there for a long time going through all kinds of mean, nasty other things, and they was injecting, inspecting every single part of me, and there wasn't even no part untouched. Came through to see the very last man, and walked up to him after a whole big thing, and I walked up to him and I said, hey man, what do you want? And he looked at me and he said, sit down man, I got one question for you. Have you ever been arrested? And I proceeded to tell him the story of Alice's restaurant with that little orchestration and 5-part harmony, and he said, stop it right there. I said, kid, have you ever gone to court? Well, and I proceeded to tell him the story of the 27 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and he said, stop it right there. I want you to go sit down on that bench over there that says Group W. Now, kid.
Group W!
And I went over to the bench there, to that Group W bench. And you see, that's where they put you. You may not be moral enough to join the army after committing your special crime. And I went over to the bench, and there was all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly-looking people there. Mother rapers and father stabbers and father rapers sitting right there on the bench next to me, carrying on about all kinds of mean, nasty things. And the meanest, ugliest, nastiest one, the meanest other raper of them all, was coming over to me, and he was mean and ugly and horrible and all kinds of things. And then he came over and sat down next to me, and he said, "Kid, what'd you get?" I said, "I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage." And I said, "Well, what were you arrested for, kid?" And I said, "Littering." They all moved away from me on the bench there and carried on about all kinds of mean, nasty things until I said, "And creating a nuisance." And they all came back, shook my hand, and we had a great time talking about crime, mother stabbing, father raping, all kinds of groovy things that we was talking about on the bench. We was smoking cigarettes until the sergeant came over. He had some paper in his hands, and he held it up, and he said, "Kids, this police paper got 47 words, 37 sentences. We won't know detail about the crime, and we won't know arresting officer name and the crime, and we won't know everything you gotta say, and then we won't know arresting officer name and everything you gotta say." 45 minutes and nobody understood a single word that he said, but we had fun filling out the forms and playing with the pencils on the bench there, and I wrote it down there just like it happened there, and little orchestration and stuff like that, and I turned over the piece of paper, and there on the other side, in the middle of the other side, away from everything else on the other side, in parentheses, quotated, capital letters, read the following words: "Kid, have you rehabilitated yourself?" I went over to the sergeant. I said, "Sergeant, you've got a lot of damn gall to ask me if I've rehabilitated myself. I mean, I'm just sitting here on the bench. I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the army, burn women, kids' houses, and villages after being a litter bug." And he looked at me and said, "You know, we don't like you kind, and so you know what we're going to do is send your fingerprints off to Washington, and friends. Somewhere in Washington, enshrined in some little folder, is a study in black and white of my fingerprints. And the whole reason I'm singing you this song now is because you may know somebody in a similar situation. Or you may be in a similar situation, and if you're in a situation like that, there's only one thing you can do. Walk up to Trump and say, 'Hey, well, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant,' and walk out. You know, if one person does it, they'll think he's sick, and they won't talk with him. And if two people do it, well, they'll think they're both faggots, and they won't take either. But if three people do it, that may think it's an organization. And can you imagine 50 people a day? I said 50 people a day, so all you need is sing in a bar, houses, restaurant. Friends, they may think it's a movement. Restaurant anti-Trump movements. And all you gotta do to join is to sing it the next time it comes around on the guitar. So I brought up the Alice's Restaurant anti-Massacree movement singers to help us out with this. We're just waiting for it to come around again on the guitar. Here it comes. Well, now you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Just to walk right in is around the back. Just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. No, that was horrible. You know, we've been singing you this song now. Look. Alright, so I know we can do this a lot better, so we're going to do it one more time. This time with a little orchestration in the field. Are we ready? Yeah. Well, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant or something Alice. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Just to walk right in.